In this chapter we studied unit second trigonometry, part B. So first example is prove that sin 8x minus sin 5x upon cos 7x plus cos 6x is equal to sin x plus cos x into tan x upon 2. Then first of all consider LHS side is equal to sin 8x minus sin 5x upon cos 7x plus cos 6x. Then since we use the formula sin C minus sin D is equal to 2 cos C plus D into upon 2 into sin C minus D upon 2, and cos C plus cos D is equal to 2 cos C plus D upon 2 into cos C minus D upon 2, and sin C minus sin D is the 2 cos C plus D means 8x plus 5x upon 2 into sin C minus D means 8x minus 5x upon 2 upon cos C plus cos D. Cos C plus cos D is the 2 cos C plus D means 7x plus 6x upon 2 into cos C minus D upon 2. Hence, and which is equal to 2 cos 8 plus 5 13x upon 2 into sin 8 minus 5 3x upon 2, and 2 cos 7 plus 6 13x upon 2 into cos 7 minus 6 is x upon 2. Then and here cos and this cos cancel, 2 cancel, as which is equal to sin 3x upon 2 upon cos x upon 2. But here 3x upon 2 is the sin x plus x upon 2, because 2 into 2x plus 1 3x upon 2 is equal to cos x upon 2. Then we use the formula, since sin a plus b is equal to sin a into cos b plus cos a into sin b, and sin a plus b is the sin a into cos b plus cos A into sin B upon cos x upon 2, but then get separate. We get separate this and this. Sin x into cos x upon 2 upon cos x upon 2 plus cos x into sin x upon 2 upon cos x upon 2. Hence here this and this cancel, and sin x plus cos x into sin upon cos is tan x by 2, since sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta, and which is equal to RHS side. Hence LHS equal to RHS. Hence this is proved. Then we give next example. Do that sin x minus sin 5x plus sin 9x minus sin 13x upon cos x minus cos 5x minus cos 9x plus cos 13x is equal to cot 4x. So here first we consider LHS side is equal to this sin x minus sin 5x plus sin 9x minus sin 13x upon cos x minus cos 5x minus cos 9x plus cos 13x. But here rearranging the term, sin x plus sin 9x minus sin 5x plus sin minus into plus minus, so sin 13x upon cos x minus cos 9x, cos x plus cos x minus cos 9x minus cos 5x minus cos 13x. Hence here rearranging term, then here sin c plus d sin c plus d is the 2 sin c plus d upon 2 into cos c minus d upon 2 minus sin c plus sin d is equal to 2 sin c plus d upon 2 into cos c minus d upon 2 divided by cos x minus means cos c minus cos d is the 2 sin c plus d upon 2 into sin d minus c upon 2 minus cos c minus cos d is the 2 sin c plus d upon 2 into sin d minus c upon 2. Then we rewrite as x plus 9x upon 2 and cos x minus 9x. Hence we rewrite as 2 sin x plus 9 10x upon 2 is 5x into cos x minus 9 minus 8x upon 2 is minus 4x minus 2 sin 5 plus 13 18 upon 2 is 9x into cos minus 4x upon 2 is minus 2x upon 2 sin x plus 9 5x into sin 8x upon 2 is 4x minus 2 sin 13 plus 5 18 upon 2 is 9x into sin 8 13 minus 5 8x upon 2 is 4x and which is equal to then we simplify this 2 in bracket 2 cos minus 4x is sin bracket complete केलं minus sin x into 2 cos 4 minus हे जाईल का sin 9x upon and 2 here common is 2 sin 4x in bracket sin 5x minus sin 9x. Then this and this same will get cancelled, 2 and 2 cancel, but cos since cos minus theta is equal to cos theta, hence cos minus 4x is cos 4x upon sin 4x and cos upon sin is cot theta, cos theta upon sin theta is equal to cot theta and which is equal to RHS side. Then we give third example. Prove that sin A plus 2 sin 2A plus sin 3A upon cos A plus 2 cos 2A plus cos 3A is equal to tan 2A. Then first upon consider here LHS side is sin A plus 2 sin 2A plus sin 3A upon cos A plus cos 3A plus 2 cos 2A. Then by rearranging the term, this plus sin A plus sin 3A plus 2 cos 2A upon cos A plus cos 3A plus 2 cos 2A by rearranging the term. Then first upon we use the formula sin C plus sin D is equal to 2 sin C plus D upon 2 into cos C minus D upon 2 and cos C plus cos D is equal to 2 cos C plus D upon 2 into cos C minus D upon 2 and sin A C plus sin D is 2 cos C plus D means A plus 3A upon 2 into cos C minus D plus 2 cos 2A upon cos C plus cos D is 2 cos C plus D upon 2 means A plus 3A upon 2 plus into cos C minus D A minus 3A upon 2 plus 2 cos 2A. But here 2 cos A plus 3A is 4A upon 2 into cos A minus 3A is minus 2A upon 2 plus 2 cos 2A upon 2 cos A plus 3A 4A upon 2 into cos minus 2A upon 2 plus 2 cos 2A. Then here next simplified is 2 cos 4A upon 2 is the 2A into cos 2 and 2 minus A plus 2 cos 2A plus 2 sin 2A. 2 sine 2a upon 2 cos 2a into cos minus a plus 2 cos 2a is equal to this common this 2 sine a. Yes, sine, sorry, 2 sine cos into here we common 2 sine 2a upon cos minus a means cos a plus 1, and here common is 2 cos 2a, cos minus a means cos a plus 1, since cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. Then this and this will get same, it's the cancel, 2 and 2 cancel, but sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta. Hence sin 2a upon cos 2a is the tan 2a is the RHS side. Then we give next example. Example 4. Prove that sin 7x plus sin x upon cos 5x minus cos 3x is equal to sin 2x minus cos 2x into cot x. So consider here LHS side is the sin 7x plus sin x upon cos 5x minus cos 3x. Since we use the formula sin c plus sin d is equal to 2 sin c plus d upon 2 into cos c minus d upon 2, and cos c minus cos d is equal to 2 sin c plus d upon 2 into sin d minus c upon 2, and sin c plus sin d means 2 sin c plus d means 7x plus x upon 2 into cos c minus d means 7x minus x upon 2, and cos c minus cos d is the 2 sin c plus d upon 2 into sin d minus c 3x minus 5x upon 2. Then find out its value. 2 sin 7 plus x 8x upon 2 into cos 7x plus 6x upon 2 upon 2 sin 5 plus 3 8x upon 2 into sin minus 2x upon 2. Hence we give 2 sin 8x upon 2 is 4x into cos 3x upon 2 sin 4x into sin minus 2 cancel, minus x. This and this cancel, but 3x is equal to 2x plus x. Hence put this value in equation. Cos 2x plus x upon sin minus x means minus sin x. Then we use the formula cos a plus b is equal to cos a into cos b minus sin a into sin b. Hence cos a into cos b minus sin a into sin b means sin x upon minus sin x. Then we separate this term, cos 2x into cos x upon minus sin x minus plus sin 2x into sin x upon sin x. So here we simplify. Here sin and sin cancel and sin 2x minus cos 2x and cos x upon sin x is the cot x, since cos theta upon sin theta is equal to cot theta. And which is equal to right hand side is equal to RHS, hence LHS is equal to RHS, hence this can be proved. Then we give next example. Example 5. Prove that sin a plus 2 sin 3a plus sin 5a upon sin 3a plus 2 sin 5a plus sin 7a is equal to cos 2a minus cot 5a into sin 2a. So first we consider LHS side. Sin a plus 2 sin 3a plus sin 5a upon sin 3a plus 2 sin 5a plus sin 7a. Rearranging the term, 2 sin 3a plus this plus sin a plus sin 5a upon 2 sin 5a plus sin 3a plus sin 7a. Then by rearranging then we use the formula sin C plus sin D is equal to 2 sin C plus D upon 2 into cos C minus D upon 2. Means here we get same 2 sin 3a plus sin a plus sin D is the 2 sin C plus D a plus 5a upon 2 into cos a minus 5a upon 2. Then 2 sin 5a plus sin 2 sin a plus C plus D means 3a plus 7a upon 2 into cos 3a minus 7a upon 2. Then we find out 2 sin 3a plus 2 sin a plus 5 6 upon 2 is the 3a into cos minus 4a a minus 5a is the minus 4a upon 2a is the minus 2a upon 2 sin 5a plus 2 sin 7 plus 3 10 upon 2 is the 5a into cos 3 minus 7 minus 4a the minus cos 2a. Then we common from this 2 is 2 sin 3a 2 sin 3a in bracket 1 minus 1 plus cos 2a, and here common is 2 sin 5a upon 1 plus cos 2a. Since cos minus theta is equal to cos theta, so cos minus 2a चा cos 2a राहणार. So 2 cancel this and this will get cancelled. Sorry, sin 5a. Is sin 3a upon sin 5a, but sin 3a is the 5a minus 2a, 5 minus 2 3, and sin 5a. Since 3a is equal to 5a minus 2a, and which is equal to since sin a minus b is equal to sin a into cos b minus cos a into sin b, and sin a means sin 5a into cos 2a minus cos a into sin b upon sin 5a, and here we separate this and this. Sin 5a into cos 2a upon sin 5a minus cos 5a into sin 2a upon sin 5a. Hence here we get sin 5a cancel, cos 2a minus cos upon sin 5a is cot 5a into sin 2a. Since cos theta upon sin theta is equal to cot theta, and which is equal to RHS. And here left hand side and right hand side, LHS is equal to RHS. Hence this example is proved. Then we give next example. Prove that cos 2a plus 2 cos 4a plus cos 6a upon cos a plus 2 cos 3a plus cos 5a is equal to cos a minus tan 3a into sin a. So first upon consider LHS side is cos 2a plus 2 cos 4a plus cos 6a upon cos a plus 2 cos 3a plus cos 5a. Then rearranging the term, 2 cos 4a plus cos 2a plus cos 6a upon 2 cos 3a plus cos a plus cos 5a. Rearranging the term, then we use the formula cos c plus cos d is equal to 2 cos c plus d upon 2 into cos d minus c upon 2. Hence 2 cos 4a plus cos c plus cos d is the 2 cos c plus d 2a plus 6a into cos 6a minus 2a upon 2 upon 2 cos 3a plus 2 cos a plus 5a upon 2 into cos 5a minus a upon 2. but 2 cos 4a plus 2 cos 6 plus 2, 8 upon 2 is the 4a into cos 6 minus 2a is the 4a upon 2 is the 2a minus 2a upon 2 cos 3a plus 2 cos a plus 5 1 plus 6a upon 2 is the 3a into cos 5a minus a 4a upon 2 is the 2a. So here we get 2 cos 4a common, hence in bracket 1 plus cos 2a upon here 2 cos 3a common, and here 1 plus cos 2a, then this and this cancel, and so we get cos 4a upon cos 3a, but put 4a is equal to 3a plus a, hence cos 3a plus a upon cos 3a. Then we use the formula cos a plus b is equal to cos a into cos b minus sin a into sin b. Hence cos a plus b is cos a, means cos 3a into cos a minus sin a, means sin 3a into sin a upon cos 3a. Then we separate this value, cos 3a into cos a upon cos 3a minus sin 3a into sin a upon cos 3a. Then cos 3a cancel, and cos a minus sin upon cos is equal to tan 3a into sin a, since sin theta upon cos theta is equal to tan theta, and which is equal to RHS side, and here LHS is equal to RHS. Yes, this is proved.